Hello students, welcome to our session, and today we are going to learn about chapter number 18 from our textbook. This is our last chapter from our textbook. We have learned chapter number from 1 to 17. In this all chapter we have got many information about nutrients, about the different things, about the atmosphere, etc. Using this all chapter, we know about the different kinds of things which are very useful for us: water, air. And then if we want to live our life healthy and properly, then we need different kinds of things, and we get all these things around us. They are already available around us, but when we want them, we have to do some types of work for getting them. Now chapter number 18, name of this chapter is waste. How we waste some kinds of things. When we use different kinds of things, then we also get the waste materials from them. In this chapter, we have waste and their types, then biodegradable and non-biodegradable wastes, the method of waste management, landfills, composing, etc. The steps to reduce generation of waste, how we can reduce them. Now, let's discuss about the topics which we have in our textbook. Waste. Waste is something which is of no use or purpose. It consists of things we intend to throw or have already discarded. Wastes are produced in our homes, schools, offices, markets, industries, and agriculture fields. In all these fields we get waste materials, because all this kind of all things, different people use different kinds of things, and they also get their some waste materials. When you eat an orange or a banana, you throw away the peel. Have you eaten peel? No, we throw away it. It is also one type of waste material because we cannot eat them. Then you can make a long list of items which lead to generation of waste. For example, broken toys, old shoes, slippers, old clothes, groundnut shells, pieces of paper, toffee wrapper, packing wrappers of biscuits, oils, and broken buckets are all waste. These all types of waste we can find at our home also, outside of our home also. If we make list, then we can find out the more list of the waste things. As we use different kinds of things, as like them we also get waste materials from them. What do you do with the waste generated in your home? What do you do with them? Do you throw away these things? Some people throw away these kinds of things. Not all people throw away these kinds of things, because they think these kinds of things, that means waste materials, now not important for them. They cannot use them. Can some of it be reused or recycled? But we can also reuse them, we can also recycle them. So now let us read on to know how we can reuse them, how we can recycle them. In figure 18.1, you can see here the figure is also available in our textbook. First, 18.1, a car emitting smoke, gases, waste. Because now we discuss about the types of waste. Based on the nature of waste produced, these may be gases, liquid, or solid. We all familiar with these states, matter of states: gas, liquid, or solid. So waste is also in gas sometime, in liquid sometime, also in solid. So first is gas waste are released by vehicle and industries. As we see here figure 18.1. a car emitting smoke. This is also one type of waste material, but in which form it is? It is in gas form. Then liquid waste are generated in our homes and industries. Domestic sewage and chemical discharges given out from factories are liquid waste. You can see here in figure 18.2. Chemical discharged from factories. This is also one type of waste. In which form here waste is? In liquid form. Then solid waste are produced in our homes, industries and agriculture fields. In these all fields we can see waste in solid form. Now we go on our next page. Solid waste generated in our homes is domestic waste and it is commonly called garbage. Some of the example of domestic waste are vegetable peels, fruit peels, plastic bags and metallic items. These are all in solid waste. Solid waste may be of two types. In solid, we have also two types available. First is biodegradable and non-biodegradable. Now we learn about them. So first type is biodegradable waste. It is a type of solid waste or substances are those which undergo degradation or rot by the action of decomposer found in soil and are broken down to harmless or non-poisonous substances. Biodegradable waste, that means we can easily broken down them using the decomposers. For example, include dead plants and animal, vegetable and fruit peel, dried leaves, flowers, paper, cloth, pencil, sayings and many more. We have also some other example, but first we here learn about the example include these types. Then non-biodegradable waste are those waste which cannot be broken down by decomposers. In biodegradable, they can easily broken down by the decomposers, but in non-biodegradable, they cannot be broken down by decomposers. These do not rot easily or take a very long time to rot. For example, are plastic. First, plastic. In plastic, we have many things available which we use in our daily life. We use more things which made by plastic. Bags, boxes, toys, bottles, buckets, mugs, etc. Then metals. From metals, we get utensils, pens, photo frames, etc. Then from glass, crockery, bottles, etc. And aluminium. From aluminium, we get cans, foils, utensils, trays, rods, etc. Then DDT. From DDT is also non-biodegradable substance. These are all the non-biodegradable waste. Students, look here. Things which we use from biodegradable are less compared to non-biodegradable, because at our present day we use different things which are all made from the non-biodegradable waste. Now we go on our next page, but before this we read about the activity 18.1 which is available here. Activity 11.1, to find out the quantity of garbage, solid waste produced by a household in a day, year. For this, weigh an empty cardboard box. Collect the garbage produced in our house in it. Then weight them. Weight of the garbage produced in a day in kilogram is equal to total weight of garbage along with cardboard box minus weight of empty cardboard box. By this method, you can find out how much garbage is produced by your family in a week or a year. To find out the approximate amount of garbage in your locality in a day, the value obtained above can be multiplied by the number of houses in your locality. That means using this activity you have to find out, you can find out the amount of garbage here. Now we go on our next activity 18.2 to find out the nature of waste materials produced by a family. Make a list of the waste materials produced in your home in a day in the table given below. First, waste materials produced by a family. You can see here the two columns are available. Place in your house, kitchen, room 1, room 2 and other places. And in front of them, you have to write down the names of things which we have waste materials produced from in front of kitchen, in kitchen, then room 1, room 2 and other places. Using this table, you can find out the list of the waste materials which we have produced at our home. Group this waste into the following types. Now, they classify them in which category they stay: in biodegradable, non-biodegradable, reusable, recyclable, or use could be reduced or not. For example, in kitchen, you get the peel of the vegetables. Now we can reuse them or not. Some types of peel we can reuse them because they have much protein vitamins available in their peel. So like this, you have to classify that waste materials are usable for reusable for you or not. Now 18.2 topic, methods of managing waste. How we can manage the waste. What happens to the garbage produced in our home? The garbage is collected by sweepers from our homes and taken to the nearby garbage dumps in trolleys. What happens to the garbage then? Different methods are used to manage waste. Two common methods are landfills and compost pits. We can manage the waste, and for this we have two common methods available. First, landfills and composite fields. In them, now first is landfills. Landfills are large open areas used for solid waste disposal. In figure 18.4, you can see here the landfill how. The picture of landfill. You can also get idea by see this image which is available here. Then landfills. Landfills are large open areas used for solid waste disposal. These areas are usually low-lying areas and are away from the places where people live. This is away from the area where people live because on this area many garbage are available there, and if people stay nearby them, then people can get smoke, then harmful gas from this garbage, because in garbage the many types of waste materials are available there. The garbage from the dumps is taken in trucks to landfill area. It is sprayed in the landfill area and then covered with soil. They take the garbage from the house to house, then collect them in this open source area in landfills, and then they cover the garbage with the soil. Once the landfill area is completely full, it is left as such for a long time, about 20 years or so. They left them. Such a long time is required as the waste materials decomposes very slowly. It takes much time. It decomposes very slowly. Finally, the area can be converted into a park or a playground. But for this process, it will take 20 years or so. This is many time for convert. They take much time for convert the area from landfill into a park or a playground. This is our first type of managing waste. Now we go on our next. Now compost pits. The conversion of solid waste into manure is called composting. The manure produced by composting is called compost. Composing is done inside the pits dug in the soil. These pits are called composite pits. In figure 18.5 you can see here. And now then you may perform activity 18.3 to see how compost is prepared. 18.3 to prepare compost. And also this activity was one type of experiment. Dig a pit about 1 m by 1 m by 1 m in size in a cool shaded corner of a garden. Add kitchen waste in the pit. Cover it with a layer of soil. Leave the pit for about 45 days. At the end of this year, you will find that a dark material has been produced from the kitchen waste. This is a compost. You can also do this experiment at your home. Because in this activity is very easy. You need only the kitchen materials, then you can dig them. After 45 days, you get these waste materials in compost. Now again we have here activity 18.4 to show that materials rot in soil and rooting is affected by wrapping waste in plastics. We all know plastics are very harmful for us. This activity also shows us how plastic is dangerous for us. We will need the following items to perform this activity. Waste materials like dried leaves, vegetable and fruit peels, tea leaves and newspaper, hoop pots, a plastic bag, soil and water. Now A. Keep half of the waste materials listed above in a pot with soil. Moisten the soil with water and cover the waste materials with moist soil. Only with moist soil. But in B, keep the remaining half of the waste materials in a plastic bag, tie its mouth and then keep this bag inside a pot with soil. In A only we use soil, but in B we use the plastic bag to cover the waste materials. As in the first case, put moist soil in this pot also. We also here use the moist soil. But in A we do not use plastic, but in B we use plastic here. Leave both the pots in the condition for about 3 weeks. Now leave both them for 3 weeks. Observe both the pots after 3 weeks. Now observe them after 3 weeks. What do you observe in the contents of the two pots? Is there any difference in their contents? You will find that the materials kept in the soil, directly in the soil, have changed their shape and color into a black color. That means they composed there. But the materials which we cover in plastic, they are not composed. On the other hand, the materials kept inside the plastic bag do not undergo any change, do not change their color, do not change their shape. That means perform this activity by using this activity materials like aluminum. By using this activity, now we clear the plastic cannot compose the waste materials. You can also use the aluminum cans, broken glass pieces and broken toys. And you can also do this activity by using these kinds of things, then observe your work. You will also get same result. So this activity prove materials rot in soil easily and rooting is affected by wrapping waste in plastic. So students, you also know plastic always harmful for us, so try to avoid them. In our this session, we have discussed some topics from our chapter 18. Now we will meet in our next session with our new chapter. Till then, take care.